Damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all of that tension. So what you trying to say?
Do what you do, baby.
I want congrats. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me? Yeah, I'm saying, like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole juice, man, I'm looking at the screen like preach, cause I was on the phone with him. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying?
Speak that another general to Nola the podcast. You keep your body clean, huh? Yeah. What's your Moochie?
What's up with you?
Man, I'm cooling, baby. You trying to get straight into it, or you want to shout your people out first? You hear me?
Man, everybody know me, you hear me? So it's all love to everybody, man. Love to everybody. Even if I don't know you, hear me? Get to know you, dig?
Yes, that's me. You gonna know you after the day, huh? What's the problem, man? You having a very too Nola day, I hope. You heard me?
Yeah, it's all right.
About to get better. It'll be greater later. You understand me? Won't you formally introduce yourself for the viewers? You heard me?
Well, I'm Trigger Tree, you hear me? Known to most people by the name of OG Trigger Tree. Today, I was a title bestowed on me, not something that I just threw on me. You hear me? Like rapper, writer, producer, part-time promoter, you dig, master ceremonies, hosting, all that. You know, making connections, bridging gaps, and all kind of shit. Like a lot of behind the scene business and a lot of front of line business. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things have happened because of my doing and my hard work and my talent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So out of all the hats that you wear, you heard me, which one came first?
Rapping.
The rap?
Yeah.
Why rap? What was your initial reason for even, you know what I'm saying, getting into rap, you heard me?
Well, I started getting into it because I didn't really have no other release, you know what I'm saying? Like I was dealing with a lot of different pressures and dealing with some shit with these young people who used to give me a lot of trouble growing up. You dig? Like, and instead of me acting out on that physically, you know, I decided I would write, and I would write poetry and stuff like that. And then I got published on UNO campus at 11 years old, and then it turned into rapping at 12. Cat, I had he had no idea what I could do. He said, you ever try rapping? I said, not really. And he handed me a beat, handed me a little CD, burnt the little instrumentals on it. I took it to the crib, and I heard one that caught my ear. It was a Timberland beat. Can't remember the exact track, but man, I wrote the verse, and he was impressed with it, and that just lit me up, made me happy right there. You did, like, that was the spark that just set the flame up that ain't never fucking went out yet.
Facts. How long that spark been lit, brother?
Shit, that's what, 23 years.
Yes, man. What part of the city you from?
I'm raised in the East, but I grew up pretty much everywhere. You know what I'm saying? My grandma, she stayed in the 7th ward or 3rd ward. He did down the street from the infamous Mama D. You know what I'm saying? I used to love walking down the street by Mama D house and go people watching.
Because
she always, like 9 times out of 10, if she had you pegged, she had you pegged. Like, she was right. Thanks. She was a very smart woman.
So give us a little upbringing, you heard me? Your background, you know what I'm saying? Coming up in the East and the 7th wall across the city, you heard me?
Well, my upbringing in the East ain't as pretty as people might paint the picture of the East to be. I didn't grow up in Eastover. I didn't even grow up the next neighborhood over from Eastover. I grew up off of Wright Road. On my side, I call it the wrong side of Wright Road.
By Roger Drive and shit.
By Roger Drive.
Oh, I know the vibe, nigga. I know the vibe.
Exactly.
Vibe. Yes, sir.
So we had crackheads, and we had crack dealers, we was teenage dealers, we was thieving, we was doing any and everything we could, you know what I'm saying, to make ourselves feel whole, as you know, and make ourselves feel like men. You did like some of us didn't have to do the shit. Some of us did. You know,
Right.
but it was the nature of the beast. You did like just like uptown, just like Seven Ward, you know what I mean? Just like downtown. You did like we
The
got
struggle
down
is
just
tough.
like everybody else. You
Right.
know, like it looked good, but man, come on.
Behind the
That's like
scenes,
going to
huh?
Cali. You did Cali got some of the most beautiful projects I ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but it's going down in that bitch. You hear
So
me?
go down that bitch.
Fuck it right. So at what point did you decide to lock in with the music? You hear me?
Uh, I want to say about 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 2011. A few years before my first son was born. My partner Griff, he did Griff Trees. You know what I like that's my brother. You know what I mean? We started a group called the Money Trees together. He came to me one time and cause I was like up and down, off and on, working with the music. I've been doing collabo tapes with other unknown artists and tapes that probably never come out. And like I played a couple of them for him and he liked it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, you could keep doing this shit. Like I started off with, I started off in my house with a fucking Rock Band microphone. You know the little USB microphone that you plug up to
Uh-huh.
the video game, plug
The
the shit up
tape
to the
it.
computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we started running it like that. Like I started recording songs off Sonar. Yeah, man. To this day, I still use Sonar X1, and we've been recording off that shit. And we put out a couple of mixtapes a day. I produce every single track on them bitches, and I still to this day be producing almost everything that we do.
Right.
I collab with other artists and other producers, but it's mostly I most of my hotter songs be my own production.
Now you started off with your own production, you heard me? But when you
Yeah,
jump in, you just yeah.
yeah.
So you
Yeah, I
started
started off
off
with my own shit.
you
I
started off cold or you had to get your feet wet with the production, you heard me?
man, I had to get my feet damp, wet,
You
fucking
had to
soaked.
jump in that motherfucker, huh?
Yeah, bro, I had to try to drown myself just so I could learn how to swim.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to learn, you know what I'm saying? Like every day a learning experience, like it ain't never over till it's over.
Facts, facts, facts. Every day is a learning, right?
Yeah,
So
every day a lesson or a blessing, especially if that's how you take it.
yeah, fucking right. So at what point you heard me when you wrote your first song? What was your first song that you wrote when you was locked in?
Actually it was a song called I Don't Need No Hook for This.
Right.
And that was the
Right.
hook. That was the funny part. Like it's called I Don't Need a Hook, but it
But
got
that's
a
the
hook.
hook.
So
You heard
like
me?
people who know me, you know what I'm saying, like my sisters, especially my sisters, they like to say I'm corny,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't mind them saying that, you know what I'm saying? Like you can call me corny if you want to, you dig. I'm popping,
Right. You
you
dig.
know.
You heard me? You understand me?
So I got a way with words, you dig. Like that's just the way it is. Like the my way with words and the way that I be so quick with shit and I could really shoot back at a nigga with some shit that have a nigga dumbfounded like I can't believe this nigga just said that shit to me.
Facts.
So
Facts. Yeah.
that's why they call me corny because I'm quick with it and I be shooting their ass down. And
Facts.
so when they when I did the song, I played it for them and it was like this shit is yeah, I like it. But this is strange. Because you literally just said you don't need a hook and you got a hook. I
Hook
said,
on.
well that's the fun part of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I
Right.
like to make music for me and for people who understand me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to make music for everybody. Like that's cool, that's fun. But I mean, I ain't gonna feel good at the end of the day.
Facts. 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 The goal is to please you by pleasing everybody else.
Right.
Understand?
What's up, son?
So describe your style for us. You heard me? You a gangster rapper, conscious rapper, hip hop artist, you know what I'm saying? You versatile. I want you to describe your style for us, you heard me?
I would say I would say I'm versatile today. Like it's more like a poetic wordplay type deal. Son, I literally told you I'm doing the interview. Don't ask me for nothing. I'm coming.
Right.
But yeah, I would say I'm versatile. I talk about different subjects, but I kind of keep it. simple. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like to give bars, like
Mm-hmm.
fire ass metaphors, and I like to talk about smoking weed. I like to talk about, hustling, you know what I'm saying? Like things that I came up doing, but in a way where it's more poetic and it's more storytelling and it's more like you gotta listen and think on what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like, oh, we about to take this nigga songs and put that shit on in court and we about to indict this nigga. Like I got unindictable music.
You heard me? That
Let's just
should
put
be
it
a
that way.
genre. That should be a new genre. You heard me?
Yeah.
Unindictable music. You heard me? So
Let's call it unindictable music.
you understand me? So is rap the only area of entertainment that you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, conquer, or you trying to get your feet wet in other areas? You heard me? Such as like acting or writing script, all that stuff. You heard me?
Well, I would like to get with a band at some point, you know what I'm saying? Like and actually have that that live vibe. Like I grew up listening to jazz music, R&B music, classic R&B. I grew up listening to 80s R&B, 90s R&B. I grew up listening to all of that. Like so I just feel like it's unique, but it's more real. Like it's music. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know how you deal with these old people. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad, he really thought that. May he rest in peace. He really thought that rap was just noise, and the only rappers that he liked was Tupac and Biggie, which is kind of ironic and funny to me because he never really listened to nothing beyond what came on the radio from these niggas.
Right, right. Ain't
So
buy no albums, no nothing.
none of them. I did though. I had Machiavelli. I had All Eyes on Me. I had Ready to Die. I had Life After Death. I had all of them, man. I had all these albums, and I listened to them. My sisters, like, honestly, my sisters are the reason why I have such a broad uh, view on music because I have one sister that pretty much introduced me to reggae music. I have another sister that introduced me to R&B. Another sister that introduced me to hip hop. So I'm pretty versed in black music. My dad introduced me to jazz, and my mom introduced me to gospel. So she like my mom is basically my rock. That's my heart and soul. She she's a minister. So I grew up in the church, but not really in the church. So I yeah, like all my influence go far. You know what I'm saying? And I started doing this shit like I said in 2011. I got to get back to the actual question because I got caught up with my son.
It's
I
all good.
My partner Griff said he wanted to do the music together, and that's pretty much where it went. And I just been going forward ever since. He left. He got an opportunity to go to work in California, so I said, all right, fuck it, and I let him go, and I started working on music dolo, and ever since then it's just been a straight shot. Like I did tour with Austin Levy, the Squares delegation tour. Stop, son. I did the Squares delegation tour with Austin Levy, which also opened me up for hosting. Like I actually started hosting the shows on the tour because the host that we had lined up for Brooklyn didn't show up.
Mm.
So I wound up taking over that job, and I did such a good job at it that we decided to keep that rolling throughout the rest of the tour. And after we got back from the tour, uh, he made a decision to have me host Writer's Block. And so for I want to say it was about 2, maybe 3 years, I was hosting Writer's Block. And that was probably like some of the latest years of that whole showcase. You know what I'm saying? Like Writer's Block is one of the longest running independent showcases in the city.
Right.
And it's still running it and outlasted everybody. No disrespect to y'all, because I love y'all and I was a part of everybody else's shit too. But the Writer's Block's still going.
Fact, fact. So
So
from that first song you wrote till now, how many songs you got in your catalog? You hear me?
Shoo. What counting features?
Counting features.
Uh, I got about 10 songs per album. A couple of group albums with Griff. And then like 15 tracks on one album, or close to 20 tracks on one album. Shit. Somewhere in the 80s.
All right.
Yeah, and
So
then we're not even counting the shit that I made beats for. I made beats for A Levy. I got the song Little Black Boy that he had on his album Reparations. I made that.
what's
Dabbing.
up, young king? We see you be trying to get your 15 minutes of fame, man. We see you.
Yeah, you
What's
see
up,
him,
bro?
man. And
Yeah.
Nutty Piper with the dabbing dots you dig. I made that beat. And there's a few other people that with a few songs that I literally can't even remember because I don't even really be selling the beats like that. I just be giving them away, and if you do it, you don't. If you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like either way it go, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga thought about me to even want to use my shit, so that's cool with me.
It is
I'm
what it
all about
is, right?
spreading the art.
Right.
That's one thing that we gotta really get back to is spreading the art and creating real relationships with each other, so that when we go forward, it's not like niggas feel like they getting left behind and other niggas is trying to shit on everybody else in the city and it's like nah nigga, like if I make it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to reach my
Reach out.
hand back, I'm gonna throw the life raft, whatever, I'm gonna send something back. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like Harriet told me today, like Harriet left, she came back and got her people. I'm coming back.
Left came back, left came back again. You heard me?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the business right. I'm gonna do the business, and then I'm gonna show people what the business is, so that everybody could eat and everybody could do the same thing. I mean, we all one city.
Right.
We
Facts.
all one. We all, we in this together. At the end of the day, on some real shit. Like I know a lot of people feel like, oh yeah, I gotta get me for me. Like yeah, you do, but at the same time, when we
Gotta
looking
build
at all
bridges.
these comparisons from all these other cities and states, and we always talking about how we need to unite. Like the only way to really do it, is to show how it's done. You know what I'm saying? And actually expose, show the smoke and mirrors, and show what's real, and let the people know. It's not as simple as they found you on Instagram and a whole bunch of people tagged you on Twitter and all this other. It ain't that simple.
Right.
Like them posts, that's already settled. That's already done. They already got the person that they wanted. The contract already signed. Hands already shook. Asses already kissed, and dicks already sucked.
Yes,
So
then.
like, what you doing? Like, all you doing is pushing the algorithm in another nigga favor who already got all the attention that they really need, but they just need more.
Facts. Facts. And you skipping all the
I'm
shit
giving
trying to
game
come
right
up.
now. See, like this a part of what I do. You dig? Like I give game to niggas. I teach niggas. I show niggas the real truth about the game. I don't just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna take 20% of your shit and as your manager and da. No, I'm gonna really teach you what the game is and what you're supposed to be getting with that person who's doing this other role and break it down so that you could do the business and become a business and actually feed yourself, feed your family, and to create generational wealth too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cash money and no limit don't have to be the only big time labels you did. Like we could have had Big Boy, but you know what happened with that.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunate shit. You heard me?
Yeah, street shit do get in the way. So,
Mhm.
like we it's already established and it's already known that we one of the hardest cities on the map.
We
That's
ain't got
just now it's time
nothing
to
to
show them we the smartest city on the map.
prove. Facts. We ain't got nothing to prove, at least not no more. You know what I'm saying? So why you think this opinion, you know what I'm saying? We speaking in general. You heard me? Why you think that a lot of artists don't share the same sentiments that you do? It's such a crab in a bucket mentality, you heard me?
Well, a lot of them dudes, I ain't gonna lie, cause I've been hurt too. I've been scarred and scarred and led astray by other people before. Like it's hard to trust anybody in this business. It's hard to trust anybody in life in general,
Mm-hmm.
really. But you know what I'm saying? Like the definition of entrepreneurship is taking a risk.
Mm.
So
Fact.
you got to take that risk. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got to put your money where your mouth is, put your heart and your soul into it. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how many times you fall down, you got to get back up. You dig? But you can't blame everybody else for every time that you fall. If
Right.
you blame anybody or if you going to blame anybody, you got to blame yourself first.
Accountability.
Look at your mistakes and learn from your mistakes. That's why I said life is a blessing or a lesson. It all depends on how you take it.
Right. Facts. Facts. So out all the 80 something songs you wrote, right, OG? Which one your favorite? Which one your favorite feature? And your favorite track?
Woo. Well, my favorite track that I made, my favorite beat, it
Yeah.
ain't even released. Uh, but I got a sample from my favorite wrestler, New Jack,
Mm, okay.
and before he passed away, he actually gave me the approval to use his voice on the beat.
You feel me?
Now I have no idea when I'm going to use that track, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
use that motherfucker,
Secret
man,
weapon.
and not in memory of Jerome Young, one of the greatest badasses to ever walk the fucking earth, man. He was a great wrestler. He was a great human being, and he ain't take no shit. Like
Thanks.
he resonated with me. But
Mm-hmm.
my favorite song, to be honest with you, that's hard to choose. Um, that's really hard to choose because unlike a lot of other people, I do listen to myself, but not enough to be like, yeah, I love myself over everybody else. But I
No, the
listen to
favorite
myself
song
enough
that
to
you
learn my
wrote.
songs.
The say the
Um,
a
but
favorite
my
song
favorite
that you
song,
wrote.
let's just say probably my favorite song to perform that you ain't gonna not hear will probably be "I Get Money."
Mm-hmm.
I Get Money. I made that beat too. I like to perform that song, and I like that song the most because it was actually the first song that I actually heard of mine on real radio. 102.9 before 102.9 became the easy listening station that it is today.
Big Easy. 102.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, who that? Jay Skills, aka
Uh-huh.
Spin Griffith.
Fan grip. Mm-hmm.
He put my song on 102.9 at like 10 o'clock at night. You know, like it was late night, but it was on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big deal because a lot of people, and then that was around the time when niggas was all going around talking about the radio don't love us and the
Yeah.
radio don't play our music. They don't play our music on the radio. But somehow, some way, I I didn't spend a dollar. I didn't beg. I didn't fuss. I didn't do anything. I just played my position, and then all of a sudden, I turn on the radio and I'm hearing my song. And then like another week after that, somebody else called me and tell me, "Bro, your song is on the radio."
Mm. Yeah. You made
You
it.
know,
Mhm.
so my favorite song is definitely gonna have to be "I Get Money," because
Mhm.
that song the one that got me on the tour. That song got me on the radio. That song got me pretty much heard almost everywhere. And it's a fun song to perform, you know, with the people you dig. Like I always tell them, you know, like I don't give a fuck what you got, how what you had to go through to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like be proud of who you are. I don't care if you make a penny a day. I don't care if you make $1 million a day. You let a motherfucker know right now you dig. And even if you're not making no money, call that shit into existence. This is a song for you. Sing it. I get money. I get money. I get money. Just chant that shit. You know what I'm saying? Speak that
Yeah.
shit into existence if it's not in
Manifest
existence
that
already.
shit. Yes, sir.
You know,
You get,
that's what it's all about.
you got it around to like play. Can you cue it up?
I think so.
They ain't gonna let you play it on the phone.
Let's see, my TV is my computer. Let's see.
What project this all?
It's on my very first project, Gunpowder. It's like my little masterpiece. I produced every last track on that thing. Like everybody really enjoyed that album the most. Like that's the one still get the most plays to this day, which is it's funny to me, but hey, what can you do? You know, the people like what they like.
They like what they like. You hear me?
I ain't always chasing after the next new song and all this other shit, trying to keep up with everybody else and do what they doing. And you know, what I do is what I do. What I got is what I got. You know, what I make is what I make. And if you like it, I appreciate it. If you don't, it ain't for you. That's cool.
Thanks. Change if you don't like what you're listening to, change the channel. You hear me? And your
Yeah.
best feature, your favorite feature.
My favorite feature, that'd be No Pressure, by Slicker Slim. That's my first one, and my second one, cause I got two. My
Mhm.
second favorite feature would be Wrong One by Yells, produced by Casada Jones. Those I feel like was some of my favorite verses, like a couple of real strong verses. It was on tone, on flow, on key. Everything was amazing. It was just great. It felt good to record the songs. Uh, and every time I hear the songs, I go back to the day and the time when I recorded them, and I
Yeah.
remember those good times. Like
Right.
it's
Thanks.
nostalgic for me, and it just bring me to a happier time. Like I said, because I just lost my father not too long ago, and we was pretty close at closer to the end of it. But yeah, like I said, like those songs really make me feel better, and I feel like a stronger MC, especially when I listen to them, because they good songs. You know what I'm saying? Like the production is well done. You know what I'm saying? It was we recorded. Boy, if you don't get your hand out my face, I'm gonna put my foot in yours. Uh, the production was well done because we recorded No Pressure over at the Hut Studios
Mhm.
by the man
Down,
himself,
down,
Austin Levy, and
down.
uh, and we actually did Wrong One uh, at a home studio at Casada's home studio,
Mm.
and he produced the track. It came out awesome. He just told me because I did it in like 3 takes. I had a dry throat, and if my throat wasn't dry, it would have been 1 take.
You did. You heard me? So, what was the most difficult song or the longest that took to write and why? You heard me?
Whew. The most
Coming at your
difficult
neck.
song
Yeah,
and the,
coming at
the
your neck.
longest to write. Shit. You know what? I don't really have one of those, to be honest with you. I don't really have one of those. Like I freestyle by nature. So for me to come up with what I want to come up with, it happens pretty fast.
Thanks.
So yeah, I don't really take too long to write a song. Like if I'm really feeling it, it's like 15 minutes tops. I'm writing a verse. The verse done. Like who asked me for a feature? Who else? Because the Yells feature, I literally wrote that. I want to say in 10 minutes. Uh, he played Casada played the beat and he played it with Yell's verse on it, and that's another thing that kind of helps me too to be able to think on it and get it proper because if you got your subject and your everything already ready for me, I'm about to match you, outmatch you, or beat you on your own song. I'm sorry, but that's just
Yeah,
how I am.
thanks. Hey, I need a feature from you. You heard me? I need a feature. You understand me? Are you open to features?
Absolutely, and I don't even charge.
All right. Yeah, for fucking
I
right.
don't charge. If we're gonna do business, then I'll take a split. You know what I'm saying? Put me on the split sheet. You dig? I give you my BMI number.
Mm-hmm.
And we could do it like that. Cause I mean that make more sense in the long run anyway.
Thanks.
Like
Thanks.
once the song is a success, then we're a success.
You understand? You heard me?
Instead of me trying to take a couple $100 to, do whatever I'm about to go do with that, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't
That
really
shit
gonna
be
do
gone.
much of shit. Like that's a short term thing. Like that's not feeding me in the long run.
Residual income.
So I want split sheets. You did
Thanks.
like I'll give you my BMI number. You could put we register the song, put my name down as the writer, put my percentage down, give me, and we good to go. I don't really need to do a fee for a feature. Like, I mean, to me, it's pointless. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I just explained why, because
It's
business
kind of greedy.
wise,
Kind of greedy, right?
huh?
It's kind of greedy on some shit.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. It's extremely greedy. It's like, and like I said, it's short mind. It's short sighted, and the mind like it's short sighted. Like I said, you're only doing so much with that.
Right.
But if I
Right.
got this money that's being generated every time it's being played,
It
then
makes more
even
sense.
after I'm dead and gone, you dig? Like my kids will be able to benefit from that, because over
Yeah.
time, my next couple of albums, my kids are gonna be listed as writers and producers, and they ain't done shit.
Man, that's how it's supposed to go. That's creating generational wealth, right?
Yeah. So I'm not just doing this. Like at first, when I first started, it was about trying to release anger and become somebody that people would want to hear and would respect and would listen to, you know what I'm saying, and probably relate to,
Mm-hmm.
in certain cases, in certain instances. But now I still want to be that person that people resonate with and understand. But I got kids now, man. I got two boys who look like me. One
Yeah,
think like me.
little one look just like
Yeah, so I definitely want them to. I want them to prosper. You dig? Like I'm not trying to do like my daddy did me. You know what I'm saying? Like call myself building up a business and then tearing it down before I die, and then leaving my sons with nothing and having to rebuild a whole business. You know what I'm saying? Like that's no life insurance, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that whatever money that we had to bury you with. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to leave my kids stuck out like that. And I
you.
want to make sure that they good. Period.
Explain the importance because I hear you very intelligent, you know what I'm saying? You know a lot and you very smart. You heard me? Want to give a little game and explain the importance of not only knowing how to rap, but knowing what's behind the rap so you could be ready to, like you say, receive your residuals. You know what I'm saying? Know your paperwork, know what type of wording and verbal play they to listen for and look for on the type of any type of contract that you sign. You heard me?
Well, first thing,
Mm-hmm.
uh, get a lawyer, an entertainment lawyer, not a criminal lawyer, not an accident lawyer, not your cousin lawyer that your lawyer, your cousin or your
He got
auntie
him
or
off
none of
them
that.
on robberies. Yeah.
Yeah, get you a lawyer and make sure that it's somebody that you could trust. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who understands those words and those contracts for one. Two, um, stand for something. Don't fall for nothing. Like, don't fall for any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Stand for something and stand firm on what you want to do and what you want for yourself. Have a vision and express your vision all the way, all the time, even if it don't seem like people want to hear it and that they don't. Even if it seems like they don't care, you got to make them care, and you got to let them know that you care about you just as much as they should.
Right.
You know, uh, shit. Always be in contact, with your people you did. Like always be in contact with your audience, you know what I'm saying? Let them know you're here, let them know you exist, and also let them know that they're important to you and your existence, as an artist or as a entertainer or whatever you might be, you know what I'm saying? Or an influencer you did. Like it's pretty much always it's the same formula, you know. Uh all those young people trying to learn this business, uh they don't really have teachers out there. And then, the classes that they have, it costs over $40,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it.
Nigga try and beat you before they teach, huh?
That's right. Like the whole saying about the game being sold, not told. Once the white folks realize that, they put a hell of a price tag on it.
Mm.
So, and even, general knowledge from your own people you did, that'll cost you, either money or time or energy or effort or, you know, might even cost you your dignity
Facts.
if you're willing to go that far.
Facts.
Uh, but try to keep integrity, stay level headed and keep your integrity up, you know what I'm saying? And know who you are, trust yourself, and don't trust them.
Facts. Facts. So what you trying to get out this rap shit, OG? You trying to build generational wealth? You trying to get the clout? You trying to be rich? Trying to get the name? What you trying to get out this rap shit, OG?
Well, I mean, I'm not a materialistic person as much as as braggadocious as I can be at times. You dig? Like it's not really about the money for me. It's about success,
Mm.
and achieving my ideal of success, and then showing others that it's possible, and showing them that you don't have to lie, you don't have to cheat, you don't have to kill, you don't have to snake niggas, um, you don't have
Compromise.
to, yeah, you don't have to be down bad to get to the top. You know what I'm saying? I really just wanted to spread my words. You know what I'm saying? Spread my message, be seen, be heard, um, be respected. You know what I'm saying? and also spread that, that respect. And the old law, you know what I'm saying? Old law, like old gangs of shit. I don't know. I know and I understand, this new wave and new era of street life. But
Oh shit.
I mean, I like the way that it once was, you know what I'm saying? Where there
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
respect. There was, uh,
You had to walk it like you talking.
yeah, you had to walk it like you talk it, yeah, man. It was definitely gonna show no matter what, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Nowadays you could put tattoos all over your face and put on a mask, like and literally wear a fucking mask. Or you
Literally.
could put on a baklava and like literally wear a mask and be as whatever you want to be, but you probably a real little poodle dog under there, you know.
Real,
So
real, real flunky. You heard me?
yeah, so I mean, that's another thing. They like, stay real, you know what I'm saying? Be yourself. Because it's just like Soldier said, if you when you're original, you know what I'm saying, they gonna feel you more.
You bitches know they gonna feel you more. You know what I'm
So,
saying? So who you
my
listening
daddy
to
grew up in
now?
the Magnolia Project. They like I got uptown in my blood, I got downtown in my blood, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up in the east. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
used to go get my hair cut by Mr. Debo's right next to the Red Rooster, right
Uh,
across the street from the Noya.
yeah. Yep. Yep.
So
Yep. Fucking right. Who you listening to now, Trigger?
man, I listen to everybody. I ain't gonna lie to you. I listen to everybody. From Anita Baker to Bob Marley to Icewell Vessel to fucking Payroll Giovanni to Nipsey Hussle to, even some old school G Slim you dig. Uh
I had
I
his
listen to
brother on here.
everything.
I
Yeah,
had his little brother on here.
huh?
I had his little brother on here.
With that G?
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
See, I fuck with that. You dig? Like the truth about gang banging in New Orleans, you dig, is it's a real thing, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something that we sometimes try to deny, but it's a real thing. Like it's Bloods, it's Crips, it's all that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's GDU folk, it's Vatos Locals, it's
Yeah.
all them bars out here, man. Everybody out here, MS, everybody here. Like you can't deny this shit. They like it's a whole nother subculture
Thanks.
and a whole nother lifestyle in the city like that is quietly kept. But it's real. Like I know people ain't nobody gang banging in New Orleans. Yeah, they is. Yeah, they is to
It's
this
not
day.
our culture, but they brought it here. It's here. It's
Yeah,
my
because
little
I,
brother.
I I knew a dude who used to bang Crip in the '90s out the east. Yo,
Yeah, by the they used to by the skating ring on shop. They used to be in
yeah,
there.
like Skate World.
I know the vibe. Yes, that.
Yeah, the Battle Bar used to be over that way. You know what I'm saying? Like we had homegrown gangs and shit too. So it ain't like that shit like a fault. Like you know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's not real. It's just done differently here.
Facts.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Every city got their own way of gangsterism, gang banging, gang life, street life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own definition of it and their own way of doing it. Because, I mean, if everybody did everything the same way, wouldn't we be
It'll be
bored
the
as hell?
same thing. It'll be the same thing.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like with animals in nature, like you adapt to your surroundings. So I don't expect for a California nigga to bang the same way as a Oklahoma nigga or a Mississippi nigga to bang the same way as a New York nigga. It
Facts.
just
They don't
don't
stand
work
in the
like that.
same place. Yeah. They don't stand in the same place.
It's
So
like
the
New
last,
Orleans niggas. We don't really call it banging, but we banging.
yeah, you fucking right, Jeremy. So what's the last single you put out and the next single that you about to drop, you hear me?
Ooh. The last single I put out was called Natural,
Mm-hmm.
which is a sample of Lil Wayne Hustler music.
Mm-hmm.
And D Day actually made that beat for me. D Day from the West Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gator. I
I
fucks
know
with
the
that bar,
vibe.
man. That dude is a fucking D-Day is a genius too, man. I really like, I like D-Day. I got a lot of love and respect for D-Day and his work ethic and how hard he worked and came up and did everything on his own. You dig and didn't take no for an answer.
And he ain't about to compromise himself either.
Right. He never compromised himself. Like that's a prime example of, those many keys that I gave on how to succeed in this shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Uh, if I had a bigger budget, I'd be a bigger artist.
Right.
But I
Fact.
don't have a big ass budget. I
Mm-hmm.
got the plan, I got the strategies, I got the abilities. I just don't have the budget. Simple as that.
I
And
mean,
that's
the same goes
another
for
key.
style.
Have your budget together. Have your money together, because they want their money. You dig? They want their money.
They don't
If
care
you
about you.
blessed enough to get those free things, little studio time here and there off of loans and pay it forward or pay it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, but karma is a bitch, man, and it's real. And that's a real thing in this industry too. Karma is real.
But that's the next question. You understand me? Do you think that the rap game is hot? Niggas making the game hot, and that's their karma coming back to them. You heard me? That was the next question.
Well, it's been hot.
Uh-huh.
It ain't been on fire, bro. Like, it's been hot. But you know, we bring our own situations to this shit, you know what I'm saying? And we really control what happens with this narrative in the culture to a certain degree. Now, once it's out there and the internet knows about it, then it becomes a whole nother animal. So the culture is to me, it's moving, but it's kind of moving in the wrong
Wrong
direction
direction.
because we got any old opinion just thrown out there, and whatever seems funniest is the most respected opinion, not the most true.
Is that on us as a people, or is that on getting influenced by social media?
It's on us, you
Mm-hmm.
did, because we the ones that put that narrative out there. And there's a few people who really be speaking on things that they have no clue what they're speaking on, but they're speaking on it because they feel like they can, just because they from here. You dig? Like, you got a lot of people that be speaking on situations here in New Orleans that they have no idea, is really going on because they don't live here. But to be talking about, I'm so glad I don't stay there no more. But you love it here. But you don't stay here no more. But you
You
love here.
trying to, yeah, you try and stick out as much as you can with this
Yeah,
culture.
you
But
glad you left. So, you need to pick a side and stay there, you did, because all that, all that, all that negative energy about how you glad to not be here no more, even though you love it here, especially during Mardi Gras time.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you're not helping.
Nah,
Not
not
helping
at all.
in any fucking way.
Really, you heard because you spread you from here and you spreading the negativity about here. You understand? You supposed to go somewhere, put your feet down and represent where you from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta be like this and that, but nigga gonna respect where you from you.
Right.
Yeah,
But you
you know
don't
what
have
I'm
the shit on your home.
saying? All that, yeah, I ain't going back out there. Texas is way better and all this and all that. I mean, it's real down here, but at the same time, it's home. You hear me? Home is
Right.
home.
Like, politically and financially, yeah. You dig? Texas is one of those better places because
And
they
school
don't
wise,
really have taxes on businesses. Homes are more affordable.
the taxes
Schools,
on the
I ain't gonna
vehicles
say
are
the schools
also.
are better, but the schools look like they better. You dig? It feels like better opportunity for your children out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually paying a little bit more than the going rate here in New Orleans or in Louisiana. Period.
Mhm.
So yeah, there are a few incentives to want to go to a place like Texas. But if you really want to see that change, and if you really want all of those benefits, you know what I'm saying, that those other places get,
Mhm.
stay here,
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
and vote. And vote the right people in. Don't just vote for the person that seemed like he cute, fun, cool, or popular, or just because he got the most followers, or because your girlfriend said, "Yeah, hey, girl, I'm voting for him." No, really go find out about these people. You dig? There's a Russian. Shut up. There's a Russian proverb that goes, "The fish rots from the head first." Think about that. The fish rots from the head first. So if you got shitty head, guess what's gonna happen to the body very quickly?
It's gonna turn to shit.
We the body. So if we keep putting terrible heads up, we just gonna keep deteriorating until there's nothing left. The biggest business in our state is prisons.
We got
Hold
the
on one second.
we got the highest prison rate in the country. And to be such a small city, such a small state, that speaks volumes. And I knew y'all saw the little viral video going out on the conditions in that motherfucker. You heard me? I think it's
Yeah, the biggest business in our state is prisons.
You see, do you see that viral video going out? A couple of them went live on the tip. You heard me? And the water was, I think it was in no, I think, did they close Allen down?
No,
All right, I
I don't
think it's
think
either
so.
Allen or Tallulah. You heard me? And
That's that yellow ass water.
yeah, you saw it. You saw it. Where that was at? That was in Allen, huh? Or Tallulah?
It might have been Tallulah. You know, Tallulah has been a tough one. It's always been a
Yeah.
rough facility. I heard some real bad horror stories about Tallulah, like, you know, as if that bitch was Angola.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. I heard some horror
So,
stories about hunts.
but you know, like, you know, they make so much money. They have so much money. They funded by private institutions and federal and state institutions. Like they are the most funded people. Like they probably got more
They
money than
get
our
paid
police
to
force.
lock us up. It's in the contract that they got to keep them jails full. You understand? So we up
Absolutely.
against a force that we don't even know we up against because we too worried about the wrong shit. In my opinion. In my
You're
opinion.
right. We are worried about the wrong shit. We more distracted by who the mayor fucking. We more distracted by the mayor actually being a citizen and being a tourist. Because I mean, when you think about it, she's not really from here.
Nah. She been there over 20 years, right?
Yeah, but she never really got a chance to really be here and live and enjoy the place. You know, she came here for school and went to those political aspirations. And when you working towards a certain goal and you're trying to get to a certain greatness and you focus on that certain greatness, all that fun shit out the window. So you ain't thinking about that shit. But now, since she actually got to the goal, that's why I personally believe that we see the Tita persona. Plus, you got our own people calling her Tita, bucking her up, making her feel more comfortable with being ignorant instead of being professional.
I don't think
She's
that. I think it's the other way around. I think that they talk so much shit about her that she didn't say fuck it now.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword because, like I said, they putting her in two different positions because she's Tita one time, then she's Teddy another. So
Yes, that.
so
Titty
you got the
that.
people that be bucking it up like that's Tita, yeah, we love Tita. But then you got the other motherfuckers that be worried about Teddy. Teddy.
But see, I'm like this here. New Orleans been New Orleans, right? I didn't see this energy when the Landrews was in office.
You know why?
Tell me.
Because whatever he was doing, we didn't find out about it. And it was quietly kept. Lee Zurich wasn't following Mitch Landrew around.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Or some of the Landrew brothers or
The sister.
sisters.
Mm-hmm.
The Landrew family.
Mm-hmm. All of them.
Yeah. Like that's the difference between them and us, is that
They
we
take
like
up
to
for
be
them. We
seen
don't take up
and we
for us.
want people to know that we bad and we gangster and we tough and we take and we kill. We want people to know this shit so that people don't mess with us.
Mhm.
They don't want nobody to know
Mhm.
because they don't want nobody else taking part in it, taking parts from it, or exposing it, and then killing and tarnishing their name and image because they always want to look good. If they don't look good and they don't look trustworthy, then how they gonna keep stealing from you and
But
surviving all?
we don't. I don't think they give Teddy, Miss Cantrell, whatever you call it. I don't think they give her the chance to not being out in the open. They follow her around, as you say. You know what I'm saying? They do us like they do us, because we do us like they do us, like we do us.
Absolutely. Um, being black, you always
Privilege.
under a microscope.
It's a privilege, though.
Yeah, you're under a microscope as a black person. Period. No matter what you do, there's always eyes on you. No matter where you go, even from your own people, there's
Yeah,
eyes on you. You're constantly being judged.
yeah. More about
That's
they. I would think that they already got their perception of us. We judge us the most.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
We put the most pressure on ourselves and each other. Um, because I don't know, in some way, in some shape or form, uh, subconsciously, we all kind of feel responsible for each other, but at the same time, we always feel responsible for ourselves only too. So it's like
I
you
don't mean
acting
to
like
cut you
that, you
off.
kind of embarrassing me.
I gotta get you back on here with my OGs. I be on this type of time with them. You heard me, and I
Yeah,
think you'll be a perfect fit for that conversation. So I ain't mean to cut you off, but I want to invite you back on a later episode about the things that we touching on right now.
absolutely, absolutely. I would love to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, well, nah, I ain't said it before. But my dad, like he pretty much taught me all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like we talk about politics all day. We talk about politicians. We talk about the things that make the city great and the things that make the city unbearable, and ways to make it better. But uh, it really starts with us, ourselves first. We gotta govern ourselves and govern ourselves properly.
Mm-hmm.
Take a accountability and responsibility for our own actions.
Some type of
And
ability, huh?
yeah, I find myself apologizing to young people a lot, for some of the things that I did in life, that, weren't good, that made life a little bit harder for them, you know. Uh, and if anybody young watching right now, you dig, I'm my bad, dog.
We influenced them to do is wrong.
Like, we was just young and dumb and just
We was young at the time too, though.
trying to go make some of ourselves, but not really knowing exactly what we was doing. That's
Was rapping always
all.
the plan? I knew not really rapping, but doing it professionally. You heard me? Was that always the plan?
Um, yes and no. When I was a boy, when they asked me when I was a boy at church what I wanted to be, I actually said I wanted to be a rapper. But as I got older, I didn't really want to be a rapper. Like that wasn't really like the end result or the end goal. Even though I pursued it all through high school, you know what I'm saying? I pursued it all through all my life. Like to be a rapper was never really like the end result for me. I kind of really wanted to be more of an executive, you know. I wanted to have a label. I wanted to have the business right so that I could, like I said, I teach other people the business so that they could in turn become their own boss at some point too. Like I don't, as an OG myself, you dig. To me, being an OG means that you have respect for yourself, you have respect for others, you have respect for your surroundings, you have respect for the struggle, and you have respect for the success. And you know how to embrace those things, and you know how to embrace another person and teach them how to get to those things. Like you can't be an OG without some knowledge. You can't be a big dog without actually
Getting your hands dirty.
without getting your hands dirty, and then getting up there with another person or
Yeah.
another young student or whatever you think, and showing them what needs to be done. Not just telling them, but showing them to be an
Yeah.
example.
Being your own example.
Yeah.
So you really
So
ain't got to tell them nothing. All they got to do is watch you.
yeah, yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, like one of
That's
my
how we
one of my
came.
youngest, like I told him his whole future. I told this boy his whole future before he went and did it. He decided that he was gonna go with his baby mom, his new baby mom now, and this is a part of his future. I told him about it. He went with her, he stayed with her, and they was doing their thing for a long time, and he was having fun. Yeah, I said, you gonna keep on having fun, you gonna wind up with a fucking kid. Bingo. Baby 1 year old now. You're gonna wind up stuck in this certain situation if you don't do this thing that's needed to be done. He's stuck in a certain situation, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't do what he needed to do in order to get out of said situation. I've been through it, and now I'm trying to tell you how to avoid it. So it's up to you whether you want to avoid the situation or if you want to go and be a part of that pity party and that nobody else is coming to.
You could
It's
lead
up
the
to you.
horse to the water, but sometimes you gotta throw that motherfucker bucket on.
That's right. Right. You lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink.
Thanks.
So that's where we at with that. To be a big homie or OG, that
It's the
means
criteria.
that means, sacrificing yourself and your pride to see another person succeed and to see that person go further than you.
That's all about a boss. You know what I'm saying? Boss
Yeah. I
somebody else.
want to make other bosses. I don't want soldiers.
Yeah.
I want other generals who make soldiers who make generals. Like there's an old saying, and this one of my nephew's favorite sayings. Jay McKay, the artist, the tattoo artist, and the muralist. That's
Mm-hmm.
my nephew.
Mm-hmm.
He always said about his kids, "True kings raise new kings,"
Mm-hmm.
and I respect that. I love that saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
True kings raise new kings. Like if you got the knowledge, you need to pass it on and make another one. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way we gonna be stronger. That's the only way we gonna defeat whatever enemies are rising up in front of us to stop us from getting further than where we need to go. You
You
know,
you had got the
to
song
each
queued
one
up.
teach one, reach one, and make them all better. We here
Right.
to get better.
Okay, right. You got the song queued up.
Yeah, yeah, that thing been up.
My bad.
It's cool.
What the song? What project is off? And when you drop that bitch, you heard me.
That's called "I Get Money."
Mhm.
That's my
One
number
of your
one
first.
single that everybody likes so much. Dropped a few years ago actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on
Let,
my album Gunpowder. You did on my first album. It's one of the first songs I produced. I recorded the song by myself. I did everything myself. So hope you
let
enjoy.
social media know that you own the rights to the song. You heard me. You own all the credits. You heard me.
Yeah, that's me. Everything. I own all the credit rights. Everything. The whole song is me. The whole
Yeah.
thing is the whole shebang is me.
He does own the rights to the music that we about to play on this live stream.
Yeah, that's mine. Everything mine.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Cool.
Cause they be fucking with me. Trigger, you heard me? They be fucking with me.
Give me a minute. Yeah. Trigger, trigger. I'm back. I'm here. Yeah. My kids dancing. I get money. 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 Now speak it into existence. I get money, dog. That's on the set. With my line, if you're trying to smoke the fucking best. Why you think I'm trimming trees? Hit this shit with ease. Run through plays like a nigga name was Drew Brees. I got plenty of time, but please don't waste it. I got 6 bitches at the battle with a nigga. I'm just doing me. Blood, I'm in these streets. Not just for the Instagram, like bitch, I live shit. I'm a real gangster with priorities. I'm a real nigga, fuck your authority. You's a bitch, nigga, go join a sorority. It's your girl, she told me you was some broken woman. I get money, I get money, I get money. I get money, I get money, I get money. I get money, I get money, I get money. I get money, I get money, I get money. I get money, dog, and that's the deal. I'ma see a mill without a record deal. Sick with the money, dollar bill be like a tissue. Who's the magazine? You about to get your issue. Leaving blood and gristle, I don't gotta call my hero. If I want you, best believe, bitch, I'ma come and get you. Bitch, I'm on for real. Treats out my set. Bitch, I'm money trees. Eastside gangsters, I respect. I'ma hold it down. Not like them other rappers. Them niggas music trappers. Make my nigga, I'm a trapper. Whole piece of kush. Come fresh out the rapper. Bitches ain't my nigga sage. You getting established, man. I get money. I get money, I get money. I get money, I get money, I get money. I get money, I get money, I get money. I get money, I get money, I get money. Yeah, my little flagship joint.
When you wrote that song, that's when you noticed your career taking off?
The first time I performed it, that's when I actually felt something. I even felt a chill, like, cause the crowd actually was with me. Like the funny thing is though, the first time I performed that song wasn't even in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Birmingham, Alabama. Shout out to Q. Davis, in Birmingham. B-Ham. I love B-Ham to this day. And I performed that song for the first time, and I actually decided I was gonna try out the crowd participation shit. It did, like, that was my first time doing any of that shit. Like, I was super duper nervous. Like, usually when I do a show, it's high energy, and I'm intense with it, you know what I'm saying? And I go hard, you know what I'm saying? Even if the backing vocals on there, you hear me over the backing vocals. So uh I really went hard with it. But when that song came on, something about it just made me say, fuck this shit. We about to have fun. This my last song. I'm gonna make you motherfuckers remember me. And so I started to perform the song, and I was singing the hook, and I started telling the people, sing it with me. And they started singing it with me. I saw one dude that decided that he was gonna look at his phone the whole time I'm performing. I
Hey,
snatched his phone and put it in my pocket. And I told him, I said, you get it back once you put your camera on and start recording me. He said, all right, cool. And I handed him his phone back. He started recording me. Like, that shit was empowering as hell. Like, dog, to go to another city and basically tell people, you gonna like me, respect me, and hear me.
right, right. Facts. So, what's the most important lesson that you learned from the streets? And what's the most important lesson you learned from
So
entertainment?
to do that, like, that shit was empowering as hell. I felt really good. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I felt like a real star. I felt big. And then the dude Andre, I think it's Andre Thomas, if I'm not mistaken. he wrote a little blog post about me and about the performance and about what we talked about because I had no idea he was a blogger. Like we
Yeah.
was just outside joking, like having conversation, regular old conversation, where I was just telling this man, about all my plans as an artist and how I
Networking.
feel, how I felt at the time, and I was, saying how I don't really want a record deal there because I don't want a label to tell me what to do or try to define me and make me what they want me to be. I want to be who I am.
You understand?
And so, excuse me, uh, that shit came up a couple of days after we got back from Alabama, and I was elated. You know what I'm saying? And once I did that song, like I said, I felt like this is what I should be trying to pursue. Like no matter what, like even if I had absolutely nothing, like no money, no way to, I would make a fucking way.
Yeah.
I will make a way
You heard me?
to do
Yeah.
this shit. Like I got recording equipment, I got a big computer right here, I got a MacBook, I got the mobile shit, I got a microphone, inbox, and a MacBook. I got all that to do my own thing. Like if I'm mobile, you know what I'm saying? I got
How much you
pre-production at the
charge me to come
crib. Like
record me?
I'm ready. You
How
know what
much
I'm
you
saying?
charge
Like
me to
it's no excuse for me to not make music. Like my kids go to school during the day when I work for myself. So when I don't have work that people call me for, I got time to sit up here and write, freestyle, uh, even record. Like I got time to do those things. So it's not
how
like
much you
I
charge me
can't
to
do
come
it.
record me?
Huh?
How much you charge me to come record me?
I ain't the best, so I probably wouldn't even charge you at all. Uh, but I do have a person that I work with today. That's Best High TV, aka Big Homie Quay. You know what I'm saying? He's well versed in every fucking thing. That he's a producer like me. He's videographer. He's engineer. You know what I'm saying? He know how to do pretty much everything. Like he really dove deep into it too. Like he another person that I met on my journey. Like when I first started going solo back in 2015. Yeah, 2015, because that's around the time when my first son was born in 2015. Yeah.
What happened to the group?
So we been tight ever since, you know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Quay Dig, and Kid, you know what I'm saying? East Side Kid. They're like not just because these niggas from the East, you know what I'm saying? Like we really click because we like each other's music. We have respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? We jokes. Like I was just with the nigga yesterday.
What happened to the
Oh,
group?
huh?
What happened to the group?
Uh, well, I don't know what happened to his group, but I know what happened to mine.
Damn,
They,
what happened
his
to the
group, they all, everybody, as you grow into the business, like, and you grow in the game, you start to feel like you could do have a better role or a different role. So that's pretty much what happened with them. Like, kid still rap. He funny as hell, so he kind of do comedy here and there with Mario P.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, which I know Mario P too. He grew up on Dumaine around my wife, and they been knowing each other. That's how I know Mario P from way back. Uh, shit. The who else? Kid, yeah, he rap. Quay doing the production and he doing videos. And Spitter still do his own thing, and he got his own home recording studio, and he ain't never stopped. Like, I appreciate all them guys. Like people who I started with. You know what I'm saying, whether they still rapping or not. You know what I'm saying, I appreciate them for just existing and being here. You know what I'm saying, like because we
So
don't have the culture today without the new people. You know what I'm saying, and it's always changing. But with me and mine's with Griff, we was a duo. You dig? We never split up. We still together to this day. We just haven't really been working on music because life life happens. You dig? And I'm not the type of person to get up on somebody and be like, you need to be making music. You need to be writing. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing. No, if it's art, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna float and it's
it's
gonna
gonna be
flow.
organic.
Yeah, organically, it's gonna come from the heart and it's gonna go how it's supposed to go. Uh, so I don't force anybody honestly to make any music. Even Griff little brother, young Gibbet, that he got his own work ethic. He go out and do his own thing. I don't
I
you
like
don't
him.
have to tell him nothing.
I like
Huh?
him. I fuck with his music.
Yeah,
I fuck with
like
it.
they work. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like and that's why I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like all of the work that I have been doing is actually it's paying off in the ways that I thought it would, but not financially. Like I knew that my work would pay off in a way where I'm being a proper example to show people, you know, if this is what you really want to do, nigga, just do it. You know, ain't nothing to it but to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Thanks.
you love this shit enough, you gonna do it. It don't matter what you got, what you going through, you gonna do it because
Thanks.
you love it.
Thanks. Thanks. What's
So
the what's the most important lesson you learned from the streets, and what's the most important lesson you learned from entertainment so far?
shit, they both pretty much the same one.
Mm-hmm.
They both the same, and they the same lesson, which is you know trust is a trust is a very
Strong word.
yeah, it's a strong word, but
It's a
it's one of
strong
those
emotion.
it's a rare commodity in this business. Let's put it that way. Trust is a rare commodity. And
Yes.
when you get those people around you that you could trust and you get those people around you that you respect and would do anything for and you get that same mutual respect from them, you can't lose.
Yes. Thank. Yes.
But
Thank.
it ain't no way to do this shit. There is no one man doing this shit in any way. Like I love D1 energy, but
Shout out.
D1 ain't doing this shit by himself.
Mm-mm. It's
Let's be real.
it's the
You're
support
not doing
system.
it by yourself.
It's the support
Nobody's
system.
doing it alone.
Support system.
Correct. So if you got a support system, you dig, do right by your people. Love your people like they love you. As long as you do right by them, they gonna always do right by you. Loyalty goes a long fucking way.
Is that
And
your
it
clothes
goes
you wearing?
both ways.
Is
I
that
ain't
your
hear you.
clothing?
Huh?
That's your clothing that you wearing?
No, this is Nola 420 gear, you know what I'm saying? I work with Nola 420, you dig. That's little little stoner company, you dig. It's a merch brand, it's a herb brand, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that I latch myself on to
Tell them send me
at
some
the
shit.
beginning,
I promote them. I promote them. I smoke their shit on air. Tell them send me something.
Oh, we'll have some. You got something coming. It's some more on the way. So I got you. As soon as it touch, I got you. But
They got
we it got close to you. It's a music label. You know what I'm saying? It's a record label. We got artists: Pescado Pancho, Data Amazing, Matty Piper, uh, Austin Rap Bomb,
who up
the
next?
Soul Sonic Studios. We it's a collective, and it's a whole lot of stuff. Like
Who
Nola
up,
420 is a bunch of shit.
who up
Put it that
next?
way.
Who up next?
And I
On the
hear you.
label, who up next?
Who was up next?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, to be honest with you, right now it's Nutty Piper time. He at Nola 420 was focusing on Nutty Piper. But like I got my hand in different labels and different everybody. Like so, I'm also working with Black Summer ENT. That's Yell's imprint. You know what I'm saying? They just dropped a project Sunday Supper that I didn't get a chance to get on, but I'm gonna be getting on the next one. Uh, I may have some fun announcements in the coming months about one of these record labels as far as making one a home. But I work for pretty much anybody who need work, and I do. I excel for anybody who wants to pay me. Like, you want to pay me to do, top of the line business and top of the line work and coordinate and do all these different things. Like, I'm there, you know what I'm saying? I'm your guy. I'll work for you like I'm working for myself, you know. That's how passionate I am about the business and how much I love doing this shit. Like, I will do it, if that's what you really need done. But just like I said, treat me right. Like I said, with the rules, you did treat your people right, you know what I'm saying? And they'll treat you right. Simple as that. Like in the streets, in business, whatever. You know, morale is key. You know, if you keep the morale up and you keep, you know, that respect and that love, then you know the people gonna respect you and love you. It's a few dictators out here who was loved by their people. It was a fucking dictator though, but he was loved. Like, can I remember their names? No, and I'm
More than
not gonna
one
put their names
Gaddafi.
out there anyway, because I mean, as
Gaddafi.
part of history, they've been named as
Gaddafi.
evil people. So let's just keep
Gaddafi.
them as that. So I don't want to be making it seem like I'm trying to saint evil person. But you know, you had evil people out there that was actually revered, you know what I'm saying, and loved by the people who they actually ruled over, while the people on the outside was trying to make it seem like they were such a bad person that they needed to be removed, killed, or destroyed.
Gaddafi. Gaddafi. Saddam Hussein. Uh, Wish your boy just got his shit bust. The African president last year. No, that was during the COVID.
Yeah, Coke.
Yeah, them three off the dump. You hear me? Oh yeah, we go there. I told you, hey, we go there, and I'm eager to get you back on, and cause your music story is interesting, but I can tell you knowledge is more interesting. What you know other than the music. You understand me? From this conversation. You heard me? We gotta talk you being my manager too, you heard me?
Yeah, man. Like that's one thing I you know always strive for is to have knowledge of self and knowledge of my people. You know what I'm saying? And history. Dig like you know to know these things is to basically know the future.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes, sir.
know, and to learn from the fool's mistakes is the ultimate show of wisdom. You know, like a wise man learn from a fool's mistakes. The fool will stay the same.
Before we get out of here, promote yourself, promote your label. Charlie Wap died.
Yeah, man. I am Trigger Trees. You dig? DOG Trigger Trees. The little
Hey,
big
you know
homie.
Charlie Wap died?
Yeah, man. My sister called me up and I dropped two
Damn.
tears, man. Like I can't believe that man got hit like that. Like I mean, shit.
What happened? I didn't know. I didn't even know.
From what I hear, they caught him coming out the stove. Like if I had to guess it, I would say they was already on his ass, just like they
All
was
right.
following Double G. When he was murdered, when Double G was murdered, I really feel like they was on him already because he had went to one bar and where my partner had seen him at, and he felt like a dark energy behind him, you know. So it's possible they like when they own you, and if they don't want to be seen, then you know you won't see it coming. You
Damn.
know that's
I
just
didn't
how it
even
is.
know,
You
man.
can't never underestimate anybody out here,
Rest in
and you
peace,
can't never
CY, man.
overestimate yourself and think that you above or better than anybody. You just got to be prepared.
Rest in peace, CY, man. I didn't even know my
Charlie
homeboy.
White was a fucking legend, man. Like
He just come tell me, you heard me?
fucking legend, dog. Like man got hit like 12 times and didn't die, bruh.
Yeah, he showed you every shot.
Yeah, and that's the shit that really fucked me up, man. My sister called me and said, uh, yeah, I think that was Charlie White that got killed. I said, I know you lying. That can't be. That nigga bulletproof. But
Man,
you know, it came out,
damn,
you
that
know,
fucked
and P
though.
Town Mo had, pretty much announced it on his page. It was like, well shit. I ain't
That's
wanted to be real and now it is.
well, you know when the other entertainers, I mean, when people said you it be cap, but you know you're not. Damn, that fucked the whole. Man.
Yeah,
Any
that's like when Young Vish was killed. I couldn't believe that. Young Vish was really like my little brother, man. I started Young Vish rapping.
man, any last, like I said, any last words, promoters, man. I mean, uh, CY wasn't no angel though, so I mean,
Oh
but
no, ain't nobody no angels.
yeah, but it's
There ain't
still,
no angels in this lifetime today.
yeah.
Ain't no angels.
Um, any last words, bro? Promoters, I ain't even know, man. Like I said, my little partner just come. He come whisper behind the phone, man. Any last words? You know what I'm saying? Promote yourself. Anything upcoming? Last thing you drop, what you about to come out with? Rest in peace, Charlie Wap. That's how I go. That's how I go.
Yeah.
That's how I go.
Shit, I'm Trick or Trees today. I'm found on Instagram. Fuck Trick or Trees. PHUXK Trick or Trees. TRIGGA Trees. TREE at a Z, not a S. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but that's me. Uh,
What's your
OG Trick or
Facebook so I
Trees
could
one on
tag
Twitter.
you?
Huh?
What's your Facebook so I could tag you in this?
The Facebook, that's Trick or Trees. Trick or Trees.
We
Uh,
we friends?
I don't know.
I don't think so because I know you all. I got your Instagram. I'm about to send you. I'm about to. When was like this? Was like what in the evening or something?
Yeah, it was like in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Mm.
The chick had
Let's see. My Trick or Trees page is more like one of them, one of them band pages that you like.
out, and they
That's one of them like
at
me on
the
Facebook deals. Yeah, like me on Facebook. Yeah, my Trick or Trees.
yeah.
Who else? What else I got there? Uh,
Well,
the new single out, Natural. You dig? That's on streaming on YouTube and everywhere else. Another single coming, the single featuring Yells, well by Yells, featuring me, Wrong One. That'll be out on April 4th. You can stream that for your listening pleasure. The video is up right now on Yells' YouTube channel.
they called him in the car, Trey.
Damn,
They hit him up in the car.
Yeah, he was like the little
that's
chick.
crazy.
My little friend had, her friend had called and was like, yeah.
I just sent the request, Trey. Before we get off, I gotta tag you in it before we get off. You heard me?
For sure.
Wait, hold up.
Oh my friend.
Is this the right one? Can you see?
I don't know.
It say you stay in Compton.
Yeah, wait, sons.
It say you stay in Compton.
Hold on.
Let me take my request back.
Nah, I ain't get no alerts just yet.
Let's see.
For the trees.
You got on the earn shirt, like tie-dye?
No,
It got your son
it's
on it?
it'll be a picture of me as a baby with the eyes with the eyes covered. There's a picture of me as a baby with the eyes covered on my profile picture.
Sent it. He got the little blank over his eye, huh?
Yeah, with the trees on the shirt.
Yeah, I just sent it. I just sent the I'm following you gotta follow me back so I could tag you in.
Definitely get on there.
All right. Last bro. How many times they hit him?
Shit, I got a bunch of shit in the works. I got a few projects that I'm trying to drop. And I'm still working on. Shit. What else I got? That's pretty much it. I'll be working on promotion. I got a Taco Tuesday go on 3000 Dryas. Every Tuesday night there's tacos and karaoke. Come get you some vegan tacos or some shrimp tacos or some hot sausage and pork. I think it is that the chick hooking up for this week. Hot sausage and pork, or hot sausage and beef, something like that. Like it's a fire little combination from Buckets
Fuck with that
Tacos.
devil,
Yeah, she made some fire ass tacos, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had them tacos myself. That's why I had, I invited her back to our event, because I met her at another event where the tacos was slapping. I said, man, you're coming back. You're coming back. And I think they're doing chicken tacos too. I really want that chicken.
Yeah, we don't fuck with the devil meat. You hear me?
We got the vegan tacos too. Yeah, we got the Beyond Meat. We got the Beyond Meat tacos from Frank's Plant Based Market.
What they hitting for? How they? You know what I'm saying? How they take? Because I ain't really like the that plant thing from Burger King. You heard me? It had a little aftertaste to it. You understand?
No, well, the tacos that Frank is making with these plant based meats. I couldn't tell.
In the
I
nine,
didn't know I was eating
he got hit in
vegan
the
tacos.
nine
Like I thought
trip.
I was eating real beef tacos. I couldn't
Yeah,
tell the difference.
yeah.
Like that's how good that shit was. Like that's how I knew. You know what I mean? Like our tacos today, like the vegan tacos and the non-vegan tacos. Like when you come, you're gonna love it. I'm telling you. Like I really handpicked these people today. Like I really went through this. Like with all my experience as a host and planner for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for events and shows. Like I really handpicked these people in order to make this a premium experience. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of uptown for people to go enjoy a little happy hour. So from 7 to 9, we got happy hour. From 9 to 11 is regular, but karaoke you dig from like 9 to 11. 7 to 9, we just party and chill. You know what I'm saying? Sign up for the karaoke and blah blah blah. We're gonna have spades tournaments. We're gonna have dominoes tournaments. We're
Wait,
gonna have
hold
all
up.
kind of fun
Wait,
shit.
you said spades?
Yes, sir.
You already got your partner?
Yes, sir. Shit,
Well,
bring your girl,
hey,
bring your best partner,
we'll
you
fuck
dig, and
y'all up. You heard me?
yeah, come get it today. Like we are we actually thinking about making a pot, you know what I'm saying, and having a prize at the end of the night for said tournaments. So
Okay.
we still working out some kinks, but we definitely guarantee fun. We guarantee a fun night. That's the new venture that I'm dealing with nowadays. Like I'm event promoting, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be putting together a lot of different things up and coming today. Like that's what we have right now in the works. So this Tuesday coming, March the 14th, 3,000 dry ass, 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Today we got the tacos popping, we got the tequila shot specials. We in there today. We got the music going, but not too loud, just
Yeah.
enough where we could, you can enjoy it and get your groove on. You did got
Yeah.
the dance flow.
Hey,
Got the
y'all do
table set up for the
performances and shit too?
spades, for
Y'all
the
do
all the
performances?
dominoes you did. We're gonna have even a big ass connect for you there. Like we
Y'all,
like I said, we're gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying?
y'all
Like
do
it's gonna be a
y'all do
vibe you did.
performances?
Like it's a real like retreat for the start of the week.
Y'all do performances too?
Nah, we're not gonna do no musical performances. We That's another thing that's coming up in the works too. There's gonna be another event for that. Me, pretty much everything I do, you gotta be able to smoke at it. So I'm gonna be doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I had this concept called the underground market that I was working on about 2 years ago. So um, the
It's
underground
dope
market is
idea.
probably gonna wind up being that. Like the
Dope
underground market was
idea.
meant to be a showcase for artists, and it was meant to be like one of those what they call them things in Cali, a secret session. You know what I'm saying? Like it was meant to be a session where few people with they herbal wares. You know what I'm saying? You could come out, sell your herbals. You dig whatever it may be it flowers or edibles or vapors or whatever you got. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a space for you to sell, you know what I'm saying, and connect with other people who do sell, you know what I'm saying, so that we could strengthen that community too,
I
and
was in the store about 3 days ago and the fucking feds came in there. I almost shitted on myself. You hear me? They came and got all the CBD shit because they sent out the wrong shipment and they really shipped out the THC. So they went around and got all the CBD shit out of all the stores. And I don't know about all of them, but I know the one in the east that I was in at that time. I thought they was raiding that bitch. You heard me? So do y'all sell
yeah, man,
in the smoke thing?
they
Y'all
they trying to
sell smokables
backpedal with
too?
these laws out here. They like they really trying to change some stuff without letting people know. Like
Yeah,
they actually accidentally legalized weed here.
right.
They
But it's not
accidentally legalized.
recreational.
So
It's
now
not
they trying to
recreational yet.
backpedal on that shit, change the laws back to what it was, and crack down on everybody who been,
Right,
selling
right.
CBD, whether they
Shout
got a
out to
license or
Skipper
not.
too. Shout out to Skip too. Shout
Yeah,
out
big
to
shout out
Skip.
to Skip.
Yep, yep. So damn, dog. They had to pop you to stop you, dog. You heard me? Shout out to Charlie Watt. That's gonna be my next two Nola hip hop history. Next week. Shout out to Charlie, man. I don't mean to take away from your interview, OG, but he was a cool nigga, dog. Funny nigga. He was a gangster, you heard me? He ain't have the act.
Right.
He'll rip the fuck out you. You heard me? So, rest in peace, Charlie, man. You gonna have to pull up next time. You gotta pull up next time, man. In-house, man. In-house that
Definitely.
thing. You heard me? I be having a special since it's it's Women's Month. You know what I'm saying? We do the shit for the women. Offenders. We gonna do one on offenders. You heard me? You could come join that one if you know what I'm saying.
I'm with it.
But I really won't talk about us as I won't tap into your brain, you understand? Because like I said, you'll be a great fit for when me and the OGs get on here and talk that talk. You hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all got any smoke CBD, not CBD because that's hot right now. But y'all have any flowers and all that?
Yeah.
Like I
We're
said,
gonna have
send them. I promote it. You know what I'm saying? Whoop the wood on here and everything else. You hear me?
that's a bet. We definitely gonna make it happen. I'm gonna
Man,
talk to the man, and we gonna make it happen.
I want to talk to you behind the scenes about being. I got a label too. You know what I'm saying? And we probably could get a group deal. Like you manage the label, not just an artist.
Right.
Because I
Right.
see you talk some of the same shit that my cousin talk, but he don't got time for it. He got the sweet and sticky stuff. Y'all holla at sweet and sticky stuff. You understand?
Oh
Hit
yeah,
them
most
on,
definitely.
hit them on the web, sweet and sticky stuff. No spaces. The bundle gang. You hear me? Hit them up. You understand? Shout out to Cuz. He don't have time, but you talking that same type of talk. So I like to talk to you behind it. Like, if you pull up on me, we roll up a couple of them, sit at the round. I like to sit at the round table. I
Yeah.
got a round table in my front room. I like to sit in there, roll a couple up, and talk business on some mob
Read.
shit. Gonna have to set that up sometime before or after the 14th. And what's going on the 14th again?
It's tacos and karaoke.
I thought it was every Tuesday.
Yeah, it's gonna be every Tuesday. We got tacos and karaoke every Tuesday. 3,000 dry ass. They got Buku Lounge, formerly known as Newton's.
Uh-huh.
Is it Newton's? Yeah, it was Newton's. I
Yeah.
think it was.
How
No,
long you been
Norman's.
doing that?
Norman's. Formerly known as Norman's. Boy, yeah, that was on dry ass.
How long you been?
3,000 dry ass.
How
It
many
ain't as
weeks
bad
you
as
in?
it used to be. Trust me, it ain't as bad as it used to be.
I ain't
I
want to bring
grew
that
up,
up.
so to speak, around that area too when I was a little boy. I used
Yeah,
to go
I ain't
around there
want to
all the
bring that up.
time when I was a young man, running with DJ Freaky E. You dig? So I know what the reputation is and what it once was, but it ain't like that no more. Come on, you safe. You
Yeah,
safe.
facts. Before we get out of here, how long you been doing how many weeks in you in?
How many who?
How many weeks in with the Tuesday thing with the on
Oh, this will be our first week. This will be the first week, our inaugural week.
okay. You don't think you competing with Juvie Tuesdays by doing it at that time?
Not really. Not really. I don't think we competing at all because
No, not compete. I'm just saying you gonna all right, like if you had a show, right? You have to pick the right time because Martin or the Fresh Prince and shit'll be on. You don't want to be on at the same time.
right.
And that's what I'm saying. Not really competing, but like a conflict of interest. Because Juve them threw down. You hear me?
Yeah, well,
It's at the
because
same time.
we offering something a little bit different, you dig? And um, everybody not everybody of a certain age, you know what I'm saying, not trying to do that. You know, like everybody, like I mean, it's juvie. Yeah, people love juvie, but
And I ain't
of a
trying to
certain
I ain't
age,
trying to promote
they
nobody on
go
your
into a certain
interview.
thing. So I mean, every demographic is different today.
Yeah,
So we looking for another
right.
demographic that I they probably can't afford to just go into Treme Hideaway. You know what I'm saying? Where they could just come over to our spot today and get in for free
Yeah.
and go buy you a drink, buy you some tacos. They buy about, laugh at some people singing, singing
Like I
terribly,
said,
and then get a chance to do it yourself.
I wasn't trying to promote Ju. Shout out to Ju. I wasn't trying to promote it. I just asked, like, you know what I'm saying? I heard the time and the date, and I'm like, damn, that's Juvie Tuesday. Like, I wanted to see if that was like a conflict of interest or something. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to promote his shit though.
Oh no, not really. It's not, to me. It's not a conflict of interest at all. I mean, it's if you want to do both, you dig, that'd be cool too. Like for the people who stay uptown, you dig, you already uptown, and you want to start off somewhere like the little happy hour and shit and chill and get your little grub on before you go down to Juvie Tuesdays. You hear me? Like more than welcome. You know what I'm saying? Like
Say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna
you
come
know,
on the
if you want to eat the
14th.
apple before the orange, that's fine. If you want to eat the orange before the apple, that's fine too. But they both here.
I'm gonna come on the fourth. I'm gonna come for y'all debut and go live. You know, we're gonna have a live show. You about that?
Yeah, yes indeed. Yeah, I'm about that shit. We can use
I'm
all
in
that.
there. I'm in there. I'm in there. I ain't
Yeah,
think.
man.
Hey,
Come get some of these good ass. Come get some of them good ass tacos, you dig? Like
tell him
try
put
them
this.
all, you dig? And get a drink. You know what I'm saying? Got
I don't drink.
a very beautiful young lady in there serving the drinks, you dig? And she
I'm
actually do a
married.
pretty good job at it.
I'm married.
I mean, I'm married too, but
I don't drink, but I do play. I do play spades, and I want all the smoke. Yep. I want all the smoke. I'm gonna see if my little brother could come, but we into it with this pussy ass. I love him, though. You heard me? But if I can't, I'm gonna find something. I can't. I can't. I don't play. I don't play when I play spades, so I can't just bring anybody. So I might sit this one out until me and little bro, you know what I'm saying, get shit clear. Cause when I lose, I don't not spades. I don't lose spades. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah, because I
might just
mostly
come.
play with my girl, so with my wife, so like that's
Oh
my
no, I
favorite
can't. I
part.
can't play with my wife. We'll be and got a divorce. That's how serious I am. You hear me? If
Yeah, shit. Me and my wife, we fuss all the time already anyway, so this nothing new.
yeah, yeah.
That's like our
Hey,
love language. Dude. Fuck you too.
why the fuck you threw the king and I already threw the joker and I threw the big joker? You
Right.
throw
You
it.
done, you done cut me, motherfucker. Like you keep on talking, I'ma really cut you, motherfucker.
Yeah. That start argument. That start arguments for weeks. I'm coming in the room. I can't believe you cut me, man. Or you
Yeah.
made me
But
cut you. You hear
she
me?
know it's love. Like
Oh,
yeah, man. I'm about to be
oh
outside.
no, it ain't love. It's business. You gotta separate the business from the love. You hear me? When I'm on that spades table, it's all business. You hear me?
Right.
But shout out to you. I will be in the building. You heard me on the 14th. I'm gonna run a few promotions for it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, and I hope to be doing some business with you in the near future. You heard me?
Oh yeah, man. It's up there.
It's Peter Not the General to Nola the Podcast. You keep your body clean, huh? Yeah. Rest in peace, Charlie Watt, man. Rest in
Yeah,
peace,
man.
Charlie.
Rest in peace to Charlie Wife, legend, man.
Yeah, man. Gone but not forgotten, bro.
Can't.
100. I'm about to call you though. Yeah, you heard me?
All right.
100.